this rivalry hardware home? It's time to find out. If we'll bear down, forks up. Welcome everyone to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive in their own 25. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass, it's Levin. Got it. High line. It's around.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you. Running it between the tackles, it's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The Sun Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Give to Brown. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted in the first drive. Return, but he already got the most important thing, the ball. They have it at the 46. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The first time the Sun Devils and the Wildcats met, Arizona wasn't even a state yet. It was 1899.
Reese Davis, a college football aficionado and a history buff too. Great history between these two schools there.
Yeah, and it goes back obviously that long. So many classes, so much hatred. It's beautiful when rivalries really matter, and it matters to the people in Arizona.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Hugo. He works his way inside the first down to the 29 and picks up the first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They go to the ground.
The defense doing a great job committing to the run. If you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Offense changing the play. They'll run the toss. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Unloads to the wideout.
David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between the quarterback and the wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, and they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time for a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion.
Breaks in the middle. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it first and 10 from just across the 50. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
To the air, it's Fafita. Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked.
Well, quarterback went down behind center. Pretty quick that time. It makes you wonder, as a play caller against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing the momentum. He goes down after a short return. What a play to get the football back.
And another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, Dave. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making it better.
There he goes. Inside the 40. The 30. He's at the and he's slipping on the corner. Touchdown, Arizona State.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch it, and nobody's going to catch it on that huge touchdown run.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hudson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job on the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job on the defense.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Fafita. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react to the plays. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the advantage.
Arizona runs out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. Here's a hit. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. It's a draw. Good enough for the first down.
I love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Coming up.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Levitt. Snagged out of the air. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. Boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. As the end of the quarter end, Arizona State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They punted away on 4th down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Got to be smart, patient, quick vision, use his own on that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to let it go. He's got it inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
1st down here for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown! grab in the end zone for the score.
Number 11.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now. Obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings, try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Levis. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's intercepted.
Intercepted by Arizona. And they'll take over.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back. Breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Makes the grab on the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards. One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Running back searching for a hole. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Snagged in the middle, it's Burnett. Touchdown, Arizona! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care of the ball. Hold it, finds his man. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Clement. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And a misconnection on 3rd down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Turns like that away. Don't settle for a fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards. And how about the over? Score a touchdown. They've got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense is not encouraging. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense has a chance to take it.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball to a score.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Uncorks one. And the pass is incomplete. Charged loose by the hit.
I don't know if it falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball. You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Gonna take a shot. He's got it down the left. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Creates a little space. Turning it on. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, and when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Got the quick completion. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run to the right side. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Collins finds a soft spot. And they'll pick up the first down at 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the air on first down. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing with that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a man in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they march down at the 31-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Sun Devils will snap it on first and 10. Quarterback running on the draw. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing it around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for us.
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Got his man. That completion will take it inside the floor, and the offense is threatening. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw for it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Past the 50. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Arizona. This defense making a big play in
That's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Ramsey with the stiff arm. Step. Bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Arizona has it back in the offense, coming out to bear now. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we
part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Pulls it in. It's Hudson. Throws it to the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Burnett. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these third downs. You think about it, he can block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the first down.
With the run on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
And the D denied him on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Number 21.
The Wildcats are indeed bearing down as Arizona stretches the lead.
Arizona's making plays, and you're starting to see the speed on this roster show itself, David.
Yeah, making plays, performing at a high level, especially against a rival. This is impressive by this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35, a 75-yard drive. And he got into the house of the 6 to finish it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
First and 10.
Arizona State has the ball time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The give to the tailback.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
No gain on the play.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They have the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Sends it downfield. So then down the sideline. Big line up and get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down. And a great, terrific pickup. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
And the Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Levitt. He just tossed that one
right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play,
and he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The give from the gun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Swing it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
14.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Will take over. First and 10.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll go to the toss. There he goes. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through three. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Jackrabbit.
Gives it on the option. He moves the chains and they'll punt the ball to 33.
How about that play by the speed back? You hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that guy.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. They dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this is a tough spot for QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the depot.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To throw, it's Levitt. He fires one deep over the middle. He almost had another one. They've already picked off three and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Wants to bring it back. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They'll go to the ground. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. On the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Into the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and beating the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this run.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Levitt. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Shows him the step. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds, and as this offense tries to get something going. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy. If the pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something these quarterbacks in and feel a little bit more confident, bounce back from these early mistakes.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. It doesn't look like he's slowing down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
Shakes off the defender. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're under 35.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with second and short.
29 million.
Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Grab over the middle, it's Tyson. Now the connection takes it to the arm.
Great timing there by the QB. Gets it out early against zone coverage. Because he gets it to his receiver so quick, he's able to turn it up and get the first down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. He will not pick up the first down. A desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore, right? They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. take a knee.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. The prize is the oldest rivalry trophy in college football, and it is Arizona who will bring home the Territorial Cup. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.